Lynn Kilchenstein has a question on transportation directed to Ms. Custer.
Switching gears a little bit, federal funds for commuter rail expansion from Nashua to Concord are anticipated this fall to begin planning for the so-called Capital Corridor project. The Department of Transportation Commissioner George Campbell, Governor Lynch, and various business groups support the program. Do you support it, and what are your concerns and alternate solutions?
I definitely do. First of all, my concern obviously is the cost and the deficits that are just plaguing our nation right now. And so it's not clear to me that we can afford this project at this time. But what I do know is that type of investment in modernizing our infrastructure will create jobs right here at home in New Hampshire. It will help our economy by keeping us on a cutting edge and not falling behind. And frankly, it'll keep people from sitting in traffic for hours and hours every single day, which has to do with the civic vitality in our community. It will help to reduce our dependency on foreign oil, and it will help to save the planet. So it's a lot of win, 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 win. And what I'd like to do is work on a solution that we can afford as compared to the billions of dollars that go into our highway system that frankly keep people sitting in their car much of the day. So all of this goes to the modernization of our infrastructure, not just bridges and highways, but I believe we need to look at rail. And another issue I hope we get into would be expansion of access to broadband communication. All of this will keep our economy vital in the 21st century, and it's something that's a priority for me.
Ms. Custer, thank you. Mr. Bass?
Multimodal transportation from Lowell up to Concord should be one of the highest priorities, not only for economic development, but for the quality of life for New Hampshire residents. I was proud to work with the owners of the right-of-way, Guilford Transportation, now Pan Am, with the governor of the state, two governors of the state of New Hampshire, as well as the mayors of Manchester and Nashua, to try to come up with a plan that's not the cookie-cutter federal plan that costs hundreds of millions of dollars and probably won't work, but to try to have a special plan for a limited type of rail access that would start immediately and not be a demonstration program, might not even cost anything for people to commute on. And it would run from Lowell on a separate track up to the Manchester airport and then possibly up to Concord from there. Unfortunately, after my departure from Congress, there was a deterioration in the relationship between the parties, and now it's going to be quite a challenge to get this going again in any other area other than Amtrak. This plan that we worked on before would require the introduction of a special piece of legislation in order to make it happen. But it would be a different and flexible way, sort of the New Hampshire way of providing rail. It wouldn't be perfect. There'd only be one train or possibly two trains on one or two tracks, and you wouldn't be able to go all the way to Boston on one train, but it would be a lot cheaper and it would happen more quickly.